Drinking at that Moe's, where we talk about the pros of pro wrestling in the Midwest while sipping on some brews with blessed beers and wrestling. That's my scene. Death matches and lucha libre, it's also mean. I'm a straight up smart goofball, not no kiss ass. I stand tall when it comes to wrestling. I'm the king. I know every move, every fling. Get ready for a wild time with Drinking at Moe's, where we don't quit. Drinking at Moe's, that's where it's at, like a power bomb. We hit hard, never flat. Fucking right, we're living the dream. Talking about wrestling, always a scream.
All right, everybody, taking time out before we get this show started. I want to thank Reaper Apparel for having Drinkin' at Moe's be a brand ambassador for their clothing line. They got good stuff. They got t-shirts, they got hoodies, they got beanies, they got lots of great stuff, encouraging everybody to break out of their comfort zone, live their best self, and hey, it's something I try to live every day. Now, be sure when you go and you're filling out your order, use the code Drinkin' at Moe's, get 10% off, and the link and the code will both be in the description. Let's fucking go.
Hurry up, I'm making my head.
All right, everybody. Drinking Moe's, my 2 cents. Big Mo here, Nate here. You know the drill. YouTube, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Hit that like button more times than you can count, or else you'll be cursed by 10,000. All right.
Did you do that because I changed my profile picture?
No, because I looked at the signed figure and card behind me.
And the original doodle.
Yeah, the original doodle that he does different on all of them. Ooh. All right. Well, who the fuck was that?
That was me.
No, I thought I heard somebody else's. Oh, you made a sound effect. Okay. All right. I'm hearing shit. God damn it, I'm fucking old. Anyways.
You're old.
I just turned 41, god damn it.
Oh
my god. All right. So today
you're lucky someone can't hear this right now.
Oh god.
They're not.
Yeah, no. We don't need to sacrifice the lives of any more crayons. Anyways, we got a few of the long-running storylines that have been happening. These are pretty much all WWE ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
And, we're going to go through them all. There's, four? Maybe a surprise 5th one that could be starting. We don't know. But it's interesting, and we're going to go, like I said, go through them all. And we're going to each choose which one that we personally think is the best. But then, you know what, everybody, when you go and listen to this episode, what you can do in the comments, whether on YouTube, on the social media platforms, leave us which one you think is the best out of them. Have some
or maybe if there's one that's going on right now that we haven't noticed that you think is pretty good.
Yes. And you know what? It doesn't have to just be WWE ones. If there's one in one of the other companies that you think could go along into these ones, one that it could be added in there, by all means, let us know.
I mean, as of this recording last night was Slammiversary.
Oh, yeah.
Well, first off, Nick Nemeth, congratulations.
Yes.
World champion. Didn't have to cash in.
Yeah.
Or have Vicky Guerrero help him, but that's another story.
PCO and Steph DeLander, I heard I
heard that one too.
Hitched.
But no,
I wonder what Matt Cardona has to say about that one.
Who knows? He's too busy. He's too busy fawning over his wife.
Yeah, I mean, who can blame him?
Yeah,
But
well, yeah. But one of the things that I did read and saw was that Josh Alexander turned heel.
oh yeah, I guess I haven't really gone through and watched some of the clips. I know I've seen a highlights video that
Mm-hmm.
TNA put out there, so I might have to go ahead and actually go watch that one.
From what it sounds, from what he did, yeah, they're calling it a heel turn.
Okay,
So that's one of those where it's like, let's see how this works out.
which it leads me. Well, this isn't necessarily one of the ideas, but now you got me going down a rabbit hole on this one. If he did indeed turn heel,
Mm-hmm.
then that leads me to wondering idea I thought of with the NXT TNA partnership of Josh Alexander going up against Ethan Page. What
Oh,
about if they're both heel? You
bring back the North.
bring back the North. Yes, that's the word I was trying to come up with. Goddamn words are hard. But yeah, that would be killer.
That would be killer. I would actually enjoy seeing that.
So, all right.
All right,
So
get back to the regular stuff.
get back on the topic at hand. The storylines, the big long running ones. You know what? Maybe we should start off with the ones that have been going on longer, and then end it with the ones that not as long. So I think the longest running one that they got going on right now, still the bloodline still around,
Yes.
but obviously a little.
I got the picture we're going off of right here.
Yes, and you know what? We'll put that in our, thumbnail for the episode.
Right.
So obviously, it's a little bit different of a version of the bloodline right now. One that, I mean, to be honest, the bloodline storyline, especially after this last Mania, you were wondering where it was going to go because if you weren't going to have the head of the table there, it's like, okay, well, then what the hell are you going to do?
Right.
But then what they have done is they have found a way to reinvigorate a storyline that I, for one, thought was getting on its last legs.
And what they did was they have reinvigorated it and made it more violent.
Oh, and I love it.
They're bringing back gang warfare.
Oh, I love it. That I've always said that I gravitate towards those intense personas and like that violence in that type of storyline. And
number one, right off the bat, first SmackDown after WrestleMania, they bring in Tama Tonga.
Yep,
Awesome.
Loved it. Loved it, dude.
Which you being a mark for Tama.
I mean, I'll admit
I don't want to say that it's not in a bad thing. Okay, it's not in a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not the bad connotation that term.
Yes,
can.
It's not like some people down in that area for themselves. Anyway, we'll go on with that.
Yeah. Well,
so then they go on with that for what was it? Was it 2 weeks up until Backlash, and then
you bring in Tonga Loa,
and then you bring him in, and then you let that simmer for
a little bit,
and then you bring in
Jacob Fatu.
The Samoan werewolf. I had been waiting for this dude to show up.
Yeah.
And the worst part about it is, when they announced that they had signed him, they hadn't shown up yet. And I'm sitting there going, okay, are they going to tone him down?
And they haven't.
I
love it.
So right now we're on 4, which seems to be the WWE's favorite number when it comes to a faction.
Although word is that Hikuleo has already signed with WWE.
Right.
So it leads you to wonder, where is he going to factor in? Which that just brings another element into this that's just like the anticipation of what could happen
Well,
is
and
just
it's like where are you going to stick him? Because the current bloodline is all up and comers. They've got nowhere to go but up.
Hikuleo can fit right in there.
Rumor and innuendo has a Survivor Series main event of the new bloodline versus Roman Reigns, the Usos, and one other person, which a lot of people are saying it's going to be Sami Zayn. What if Hikuleo comes in and he's the fourth member?
That could be interesting because
Idea.
Hikuleo had a little bit more of the face side of things, especially during the last little bit of his tenure in New Japan. So I could see that making sense to put him with the face side of the whole storyline.
Yeah.
But then he is literally related to members of the other side.
Yeah, that's the weird part.
So it very well, he could go in either.
But I mean, if you look at it,
bad guy just as well as any of them.
But I mean, if you look at it, okay, so you got the bloodline. The original part of the bloodline was they were all with the
And Hawaii.
Thank you. They're all with the Samoan dynasty, as we're calling it.
Yep.
And then WrestleMania happens. Roman Reigns goes away. Jey Uso gets kicked out. The only member of the Samoan dynasty left is Solo. You bring in Tama Tonga. He's the son of Haku.
Him and Tongaloa.
Yeah, they're in Hikuleo, or is he related to them?
Yeah, he is related to them. Yeah.
So you bring in, and Fatu, I'm not sure. I think he's related to the dynasty in one way, shape, or form.
He is.
So you got Solo and Fatu are part of the Samoan dynasty. The Tongas, I'm just going to call them the Tongas. They're with Haku, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Haku is a member of the dynasty.
He's,
or if he's just
I guess
honorary.
I guess a good term to use for Haku in relation to all of that would be kind of an affiliate, or like they welcome him into all of it. Like he's maybe, I guess, not technically related, but he's basically considered part of it.
It's kind of like you're a family friend. You were neighbors to Grandpa.
Yeah, that sort of thing, yeah.
But yeah, you're calling it the bloodline, but only two people are blood. But hey,
yeah.
Solo's calling himself the tribal chief. They're all in the tribe. Hey, whatever works.
Yeah, no. So yeah, that one, just the possibilities of where they could go from here has got me like, okay, it's got me wanting to watch the WWE product unlike that I've been in a really long time. Like, yeah, they've been doing really great as of late, but a lot of fans can still kind of remember the years that it kind of went downhill. But now
what I'm waiting for, and I'm waiting for Triple H to actually pull the trigger on this. You have the Guerrillas of Destiny, damn it. You have the Guerrillas of Destiny, one of the most violent tag teams in New Japan history. Put them in your tag division.
Yeah.
Quit
that
shoving
needs
them.
To happen.
That needs to happen. Put them in your tag division and let's let them run roughshod. I mean, you got Solo, who's gunning for Cody. You got Jacob, who's just killing everybody. And then you got the Tongas, who aren't really doing much. They're holding up Cody so he can watch everyone else get destroyed.
Yeah.
I mean, let them do what they do,
Yeah. No.
which is kick everyone's ass and run their mouth.
Oh yeah. It's one thing, obviously, to run your mouth and not be able to back it up, but each and every one of those guys can definitely
Oh, they
back it
can't.
up.
The only problem I see right now is okay. Let's just stick with Tongaloa or Tamatonga. When he debuted, he destroyed Jimmy, and then the following week he destroyed Kevin Owens. And when I say destroyed, he destroyed him. What's he done since then?
Yeah. What I am hoping that this, and I mean, obviously, it would pretty much have to be like the blow off to all of it,
Mm-hmm.
is it would have to end in war games. It has to. There's no, like, if somebody can come up with a better way to end that, then that I welcome you to try.
The only problem is that it's been going on for so long, you really can't end it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the NWO. You start it, you don't really have an end game for it.
Yeah.
So it's like you try and end it, but someone's going to sit there and go, "Hey, you should bring back the NWO."
Yeah.
And then they bring back the NWO, and then it fails.
Yeah. Yeah. Although, yeah, that's a whole nother story for another time.
Yeah.
So next storyline that we have is a little bit of a love triangle.
Oh yes.
With Liv, Rhea, and Dirty Dom. Which, I mean, come on. This is entertaining as hell. And it's more than I can say for anything that Dirty Dom has done up to this point. But man, this is turning into, man, when that episode where Rhea came back, where it's like Damian Priest is talking about, and then like everybody else kind of, like, we all know what he's talking about, but all the other members of Judgment Day are all like, but then, man, at the end of that show, when it's looking like Liv is finally gonna get what she wants, and then boom, Rhea's music hits, and the looks on both of their faces, oh my god, I loved it.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Somebody trying to call me. I'll have to call him back when we're done.
What a prick.
Anyways, so yeah.
If you're watching this and you tried to call Grant, you're a prick, all right?
No, the person that called, let's just say he's not actually, because there would have been no way he would have been able to know that that's what we're doing right now.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
In his defense, but like if they would have known that this is what we're doing, yeah. Prick.
So
anyways,
okay.
But he's not.
So
but
the whole
back to the love triangle.
The love triangle.
Oh, I'm loving it.
So and the funny thing is that the love triangle that also turns into this other starting up storyline that's kind of taken off in social media. We'll get to that one.
Yeah.
but
man, yeah, go ahead.
How do I word this? I originally thought it was going to be a cluster.
Yeah, originally, yeah.
Originally thought it was going to be a cluster. And the funny thing is that they involve, instead of it just being Liv and Dom and Rhea, they involved everybody else. Because how many times do you see him going into the Judgment Day clubhouse And then you see Dom looking on his phone, and he just kind of shows it off to someone. And he's like, "Look what they."
like the short I made with when Priest was trying to confront him about it, and then this is what Dom must have said when the TV camera cut out. She showed me her boobies, and I like them too.
And
oh God!
and I think Carlito had the best line when he's looking at his phone. He goes,
Those are cool.
"That's cool."
yeah. Oh man, that was good.
And it was and the thing is that Rhea being gone, and how many things have they done since Rhea's been gone? They haven't done much. Liv helped them win the tag titles. They brought in Carlito. So I'm like, this can't end well. Yeah, they won the tag titles. Yes, Damian Priest has held on to the world title. Dom is being seduced by the blonde.
yeah. Yeah. And
which if nobody remembers, Rhea Ripley used to be blonde.
Yeah. And man, it just brings up in my head. I've done another TikTok on this one. Where this was what was going through Dom's head. And then it's Beavis going, boing. I couldn't help myself.
So it'll be interesting to see how that all works out, because the challenge, I don't know if it's been accepted or not, but the challenge is out there: Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan at SummerSlam.
That's going to be a good one. I would think if they're already putting that out there like that, come on, it's happening.
Mm-hmm. And just do you continue making Rhea the eradicator that she is, and just yes, we have a 4 or 5 month blip where she doesn't have the title, and we just continue on.
I just had an idea.
Oh, you had your idea.
How one or two ways I could see this going. Dom tries to interfere, Rhea stops him, and then Liv wins, or somehow Rhea wins, or Dom tries to come in and interferes, and everybody thinks, oh, he's going to help Rhea, but no, he helps Liv.
So, and this kind of goes along with something else. Rhea Ripley returned, and from what I've been reading on the internal sheets, she's listed as a babyface. But she's still a part of Judgment Day, which is a predominantly heel group. And on top of that, and we're going to get to this a little bit here shortly anyway, Damian Priest is also listed as a possible babyface.
He is leaning more towards that right now.
So it's one of those where it's like, do they pull the trigger and pull your two most dominant people away from that and just leave the Judgment Day as is? Because you bring in Rhea, now you got 6 members. And we talked about it before. WWE likes 4 members on a faction.
Yeah. 4? Between 4 and 5 usually.
Well, yeah. And one, and you could go with the old 4 horsemen routine. There's 4 people, but you got 5 with them because you have a manager.
Yeah.
But Rhea Ripley is not a manager.
No, you do not bring her back and then stick her in that. Unless for the first little bit, she's not technically cleared yet.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
Then, for that first little bit, yeah, she's more of a manager type. Mm-hmm. But yeah, once she's healthy, oh, you're not sticking her in that. No. All right.
So that'll be interesting. SummerSlam will be interesting to see how that works out.
Oh yeah.
Just to see what Dom is going to do, because every time he's interfered, Liv has won.
Yep. So yeah, we'll definitely see how that one goes. So, all right. So there was two more. Right. We kind of talked a little bit about one of them.
Right, one of them, and and I guess I'll do this one. The whole world, words are hard, even in Minnesota.
The cheesehead in me loved that one.
Do what?
The cheesehead in me loved that one.
So,
no offense to the
Dick.
people of Minnesota. When I was last up there, I got treated rather well. But
You don't have anyone.
Fun.
You don't know of anyone that watches this from Minnesota, do you?
So I'm pretty sure I got a handful of people.
Okay, well, I will just we'll save that for later.
You live there now. You got an excuse. You can say you can talk.
Well, no,
shit.
I was gonna keep on with this and maybe say something afterwards. But no, for the people in Minnesota that watch this, I look forward to meeting you guys at wrestling shows. I know there's First Wrestling at Mall of America, which someone once told me was a shit show. I don't want to name any names. And there's another one. I can't remember the name of it now. Shit.
No,
I know. There's one that some
pros up there.
I know there was one that some friends of ours have gone to.
Oh yeah, no, I know of a handful. Yeah,
but if you're a fan, if you watch the show, I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to meeting you. If you see me, this lovely face. Thank you. That's what happens when Navy sees class. If you see me, hey, just come up and say hi. I'll yeah.
Oh yeah, we're very approachable people.
Unlike what some people might think.
Yeah, which I've still yet to hear from some of those.
Oh, we
people.
don't hear from those guys. They're on their own thing. They had a show last night, and
I completely forgot about that.
And I'll be damned. Normally, and we're going to go off on a rant here, but normally, before we decided to do what we did, they normally would put results would come out like the next day.
Yeah,
it's the next day. They haven't put shit out. It's like they're trying to do their own thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when they had the blizzard, and I reached out to someone and said, "Hey, I've got tickets, but I'm stuck in Oakland because, the roads are closed." Well, you're not getting a refund, and we're not shutting down the show. Oh, okay. So you don't care if people might get in a wreck coming to your show.
I did not know about that.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah.
So yeah. And then they make everyone that showed up feel great, but then you got people from out of town that can't go because the roads are closed.
And even if you're in town, I remember that show, and the roads were shit, even trying to get there when you were in town.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, enough about them. Enough about them, because I don't want to give them any.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
All right, so the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yes.
Damian Priest, the Archer of Infamy.
Yes.
I really wish he'd do that still.
You bring that back?
Bring that back. With the whole title picture with him, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, and CM Punk, sprinkle him in like Salt Bay.
Oh God. Like, there's times where I'm loving CM Punk, and then there's other times where I'm like, ugh.
And okay, so I don't know where do we come at this from? Number one, Damian Priest, he's still a world champion. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
That's someone that needs. I don't want to say that he needs the title, but him having that championship just kind of solidifies his status to me.
Oh yeah,
because if he loses, what's he going to do? Especially if he loses to Seth Rollins. If he lost to Seth Rollins, now what are you going to do with Damian Priest? You going to make him chase? You're already putting him on your roster as being a babyface. I mean, babyface, chase a babyface.
Yeah.
What I think they need to do, and this is just me, they need to get the whole Drew McIntyre CM Punk thing out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Just move you. they're making Drew McIntyre into a whiny little bitch. I hate to
Which
say
he
it,
is not.
which he's not, but they're making him into a bitch because he's made it his mission to be the world champion again.
Which, I mean, he would deserve it, but yeah.
He would deserve it, yes, but at the same time, you're delving into that Scottish psychopath of this is what I need to have.
Yeah.
Dude, you okay, but whatever. I just kind of lost what I was going to say. And then, so, it's like, okay, a lot of people, let's go back to Money in the Bank. A lot of people were saying Jey Uso should have won Money in the Bank, and here's Drew McIntyre yanking down the briefcase. I think the reason why Drew McIntyre cashed in so soon was because, and I don't want to, my opinion, Jey Uso should have won. Jey Uso needs to win a championship. I don't care what the fuck it is. I don't care if you move him to SmackDown and you have him beat whoever the U.S. champion is. He needs a singles title.
Yep.
I don't care if you keep him on Raw and you beat whoever the Intercontinental champion is after this
Sami
next show.
Zayn still.
Well, they're pushing Braun Breaker into that picture, and I think Braun Breaker is going to wind up winning the Intercontinental title sooner rather than later.
I mean, they already gave him a shot at whatever the hell the last pay-per-view with Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
And he lost.
Which
that puzzled the hell out of me, but that's a whole nother thing.
That's a whole nother story. But yeah, like I said, Jey Uso needs a title because the dude's probably one of the more popular guys on your roster. So
yeah.
Well, wait for it. What's that? Anyway. So yeah, okay. Did you have something to say about that?
No, I don't. I got nothing on that one.
I almost think what they should do, because you got three guys that are trying to go for one title. They all have a claim to it, in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
What I think they should do, either a triple threat to decide who's going to challenge after. Well, it all depends on SummerSlam, because SummerSlam you've got Damian Priest versus Gunther, which everyone is saying Gunther is going to win, which could be a good thing. I guess it just depends on what people think of Damian Priest as a world champion.
Yeah. Although with the way they built up Gunther, it almost be like if he didn't win, it's like, what the fuck was all the rest of it for?
But then again, you're building up Damian Priest to be a fighting champion. What's going to happen if they have him lose?
That is true.
But then again, at the same time, But then again, at the same time, Damian Priest's run has been marred by some issues.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about the Phantom 2 count at Money in the Bank. Let's not talk about the botched dive at Clash of the Castle where he got his foot caught.
Oh God.
So there might be some people that say, hey, maybe we can take the title off of him, and down the line, if he gets a little more refined, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
We can put the title back on him. I don't know. I guess everything will come about on SummerSlam to see what happens.
True.
Although I think it's going to be a hard-hitting match.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that's going to be a slobber knocker if there ever was one.
And the next one. What was the next one?
What was the next one? We got one more.
Oh,
you got the picture, so you'd be able to tell.
Chad Gable.
Ooh.
And the Wyatt Six.
This one has in my opinion, has the potential to be something really fucking cool. Like the way they started off so far, I'm loving it. Would I put it at the top of all the other ones right now? No,
No.
because it's really just at the very beginning of it all.
They're still in their building process.
Yeah, they're still in the building. It has the potential to be as great, if not at the top of the damn list in the future. As of right now, with it still being in the very beginning stages of it, I wouldn't put it at the top, but
not yet.
Not yet. That's the key. Not yet.
Now, the whole thing with Chad Gable, and we've talked about it. You know,
Yeah.
Chad Gable wasn't the only person back there, but he was the one that was shown.
Yeah.
So I can kind of get, you know, because the main event of that show when they arrived was Braun Strowman versus Chad Gable. Well, when you go looking around back there, and I've said it on this show, actually the last show that just went on, I think it was the last show.
Yeah.
What happened last Thursday. Yeah, you had Gable sitting there, but when the camera panned, Gable was sitting up, but Braun Strowman was laying down.
That's the whole thing. There's the thing though. Like, I don't know. Like, you say that it was okay, but Chad Gable was the one that was up close to where you could definitely tell.
Oh, you could definitely tell.
There's no mistake about it.
And on top of that, Adam Pearce also turned around like 3 days later, took to social media and said, Chad Gable has been cleared to wrestle.
Yeah.
He'll be at Monday Night Raw.
That, and with Strowman, the whole thing though, with him being used in that scene or whatever, is with him not being zoomed in on like Chad Gable, right, there is that thing they could use that he wasn't there.
Yeah. He might have just been there and I noticed it. Someone else may have noticed it. I think someone else on social media noticed it. But you know, like you said, Chad Gable was the one that was propped up and it looked like he got bashed in the head. But like we said, they're still building this up. They're still, they're having Nikki Cross come out and hand out VCR tapes, which now they're getting away from Uncle Howdy, Bo Dallas. Now they're showing the rest of the Y6, which I think is outstanding.
Oh, I'm loving it.
I actually love the fact that the first one they did after Bo Dallas and Uncle Howdy was Rowan.
Yeah. Oh man, it's gonna be epic to see where they go with the other one.
I think once they finally get everything, and like it's a slow build.
Yeah,
it's a slow build, so
even better.
Do what?
It's making it even better for me because I'm loving, like, some slow builds. It's like, okay, get to it already. This,
not this one.
They're giving you enough to where you're like, oh damn, where's this going to go from here? They're not like the vignettes where it's like, oh god, the one that I always like to joke about. The
beer is coming.
Beer is coming. It's like, okay, when?
But see, here's the thing: they're already here. So now we're just going to give them all backstories as to what happened.
Yes. and so that's giving you just enough where you're like, ooh, okay, I get the backstory now. So that's just making me anticipate that much more for when they actually get in the ring and start doing shit.
And start doing shit. Exactly.
Yep.
And the funny thing about all the Y6 is that it actually created probably one of the more viral moments. One that I actually like and I've watched a couple times. And we brought him up before. Jey Uso beating Chad Gable, looking around going, Jesus, yeet, and then rolling out the ring.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. So yeah, there's so much potential behind this one that,
Yeah,
oh
it's one of
God.
those where I'm just waiting to find out what happens.
Oh yeah. This storyline definitely has me hooked. Like, I haven't been this hooked by a storyline in a while.
Ooh.
It's like just the anticipation of, knowing all their ties to Bray, and you heard the, like, oh, they were going to do something like this, but then you're wondering, like, oh God, like, thinking of, like, oh, I hate to think if this would have happened and a certain somebody not have left. Former
Oh,
owner.
gotcha.
And
If that happened, oh, they would have fucked it all up.
oh, they would have fucked up. But the people that are running and in charge of it now, they've already started off on a great note. I'm anticipating some cool stuff out of this.
Oh,
All right, so that is it for those. So that leads us to think, which one do we think are the best? And like we've always said, wrestling is subjective. This is the show. It's called My Two Cents. Every fan has their own opinion on it. If
yes.
you don't agree, if you think one of ours is just not what you would think, by all means, comments, let us know.
If you've got another one.
Now, yes, if you got another storyline that we might have missed, by all means, let us know.
Like you said, there's a bonus one.
Yes, bonus one.
No. Do you want me to take the lead on this one?
Yeah, you take the lead on this one since you're the one that kind of came up with the bonus one.
It kind of delves into the whole the love triangle.
All right.
Oh, and it involves Jey Uso.
Oh.
Remember, Jey Uso has been sitting there, when you see mommy, tell her I said, I don't know, I just white guy. Yeah. Well, now, we all know after Rhea came back on, 2 Mondays ago, last Monday, they actually showed what would you call it? A tweener Damian Priest.
Tweener,
And Jey Uso walking up going, is she, tell me, is it true? Is it true? Is it true? Is it true?
yeah.
He's like, what? He's like, is mommy single and ready to mingle? Because I'm looking to holla. And I loved it.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved how he was doing that. And then you got Damian Priest going, I mean, maybe. And then you see the seeds for Damian Priest babyface reveal popping up
Yeah.
here and there, and we just discussed that, and then that has taken a life of its own on social media, where what's her name? God damn it, what's her name? Kathy Kelly, I think her name is. The chick that does a lot of the stuff backstage has
Yeah.
been taken to, like her YouTube channel and the WWE's YouTube channel, and, filming little videos on her phone saying, are you team Liv? Or are you team Rhea? Or, this and that? Are you team Dom? Or are you team Jay? And it turned into, I'm kind of looking to see if anything goes on with Jay and Rhea. And then you talk Gia.
Oh man.
It must be that Canadian air. I'm so close to it.
Anyway,
Canada, a bunch of functional idiots. Anyway, I'm kidding. I love you guys. You created Deadpool. Anyway, where was I?
I don't know anymore.
So
Jay and Rhea.
Jay and Rhea. So apparently Jay has invited Rhea to the Waffle House. Don't know where that came from, but I guess when you're getting out of a wrestling show at 11, 12 o'clock at night, A Waffle
Yeah.
House is the only place that got food.
Waffle
And then
House
that
is
has,
bad.
huh? Yeah, it just depends on where you're at.
Yeah.
Like I guarantee if they were on SmackDown on Friday, they wouldn't have gone to a Waffle House. They probably would have gone to a Perkins.
Nah. Yeah. Anyways, so the storyline has potential.
It's forming on social media as we speak.
Yeah. So would I really put it at the top? No, because much like the White Six thing, it's
It's
in
in
the
its
beginning.
infancy.
It's in its infancy, the
So the
beginning
whole
stages.
so the whole Jay and Rhea, I put that at the bottom.
That, yeah, it would.
Uh
The White Six thing would edge it out as far as
yeah.
going there. Just nothing against anybody involved in those storylines, but they're both in the infancy stages
Mhm.
of. So
Now,
there's a lot of potential for both.
when this particular episode comes out, ask us what we think again. It might be towards the top because it'll be a couple weeks.
Yeah. No, very true. All right.
But
So you want to
in
go
my
first on picking one?
I would actually go with the bloodline
Okay.
just because I want to see where all that goes and where the how they're going to fit everyone else in.
Yeah.
You know, the world heavyweight title, that thing. I think you need to get past the whole CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, and then kind of narrow it down. Shit,
Yeah.
make it a triple threat or a four corners elimination match. I don't care.
It could be something. So yeah, I'm excited to see where it could go. So
And then you got the love triangle. That I think most people are interested in that because waiting for Rhea to show back up.
that and the thought of yeah,
Dom
no.
getting his ass whipped.
Yes, but that would probably go well, it would probably go second for me.
The love triangle.
Yeah,
Is it because of Dom getting his ass kicked?
that might play a part in it. I'm not gonna lie. But then what was I thinking? But you know what? I might have to actually agree on the top one being the bloodline thing for me,
Mm-hmm.
just because they're they're already off to like holy
Oh,
shit.
they're off to the races, man.
Oh, they're off to the races, and there's so many possibilities of where they could go
Mm-hmm.
and what's gonna happen, and already got so many puzzle pieces involved all over the place that
There's a lot of puzzle pieces to this one.
man, this could end
Good
up
Lord.
being something epic.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah,
the bloodline.
I'd put the bloodline up top, the love triangle second, probably the world heavyweight title third. Wyatt six at the bottom, but could come up because of the build that they're doing,
Yeah,
and the Jey Uso thing. Let's follow social media, see where that goes, see what you know. Does
just
Rhea Ripley have Jey Uso's number? Yeet.
but yeah, I would honestly say that as far as ranking goes, I pretty much agree with you. With
Mm-hmm.
My only thing with the Jey Uso and then the White Six thing, since
Mm-hmm.
the White Six thing is a little bit further along,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would have that edge the Jey Uso thing out a bit. And plus, I also think that one has a little more potential to be something epic.
Yeah, like I said, by the time this one comes out, by the time this episode comes out, they could have all the other backstories, played. And now we're getting ready to push towards, when is SummerSlam?
Oh God, it's coming up.
Is it within a month?
I'm wanting to say so.
Wow. And you have three more members of the Wyatt Six that have to have their backstory is explained. Oh, you do that, and then next thing you know, let's go ahead and let's put one of the Wyatt Six members in a match against, I don't know, Chad Gable.
Yeah. So there's lots of possibilities and lots of scenarios that could end up happening.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of stuff to be excited about, which for WWE fans, to be quite honest, that hasn't been the case for a while.
Oh, God, no.
But they're doing amazing things right now. And that's about all I got, really.
That's all I got. I mean, I don't know if there's any other storylines, angles that, could be talked about. We already discussed some of it earlier.
Yeah. I mean, we could do a whole different episode sometime on some of the other storylines that are going on right now in other
you mean how Swerve Strickland is the world champion in AEW and he's not the focus of attention on these shows?
I mean, that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother time. But anyways, that is about all I got. That you have already said you don't got much else. So you know what? We're going to end it on a good note. I hope everybody has a good week. If you have any opinions that either you agree or you got something completely different from us, let us know in the comments. I love the fan interaction.
We're not assholes. If you say, oh, by the way, I like this one, maybe you should have done one on this one, we're like, cool. All right, let me look into it.
We'll go ahead and do that. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not some douchebags that decide to take social media and run their mouth and then disappear and let everyone else take care of everything.
Yeah.
Did I say that out loud? My God.
This microphone picks up a lot of stuff.
Yes, it definitely does. As in, you know what? That's about it. Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
And I'm talking about this.
Fuck.
God damn. Fucking get the
Hey, look at my